Good evening. I would like to welcome, there it goes. I would like to welcome everyone to the April 27th council meeting of the City of Mayfield Heights. May I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Brunello.
Here.
Mr. Buffa.
Here.
Ms. Finney Brown.
Here.
Mr. Medic.
Here.
Mr. Minor.
Here.
Ms. Talbin.
Here.
Mr. Teller.
Here. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next is the approval of the minutes from our April 13th, 2026 council meeting. I hope everyone has had a chance to read over these minutes. Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
Moved.
Moved by Ms. Finney Brown,
Second.
second by Mr. Teller. Are there any suggested changes, amendments, or deletions to those minutes? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? These minutes have been approved as written. Next on the agenda are correspondence and announcements. Does any member of council have any correspondence or announcements? I have one. I have a letter from the president of First Energy addressed to me at the city. I just received this on my desk, so I'd like to read it out loud. Dated April 22nd, 2026. Dear Council President Medic, at First Energy, we value our relationship with local leaders and remain committed to strengthening the electric grid while providing safe, reliable service to the communities we serve. In May 2026, First Energy's Ohio Electric Companies, Ohio Edison, Cleveland Electric Illuminating, the Toledo Edison, will file a 3-year electric distribution rate plan with the Public Utilities Commission of Ohio for a period from July 1st, 2027 through June 30th, 2030. In 2025, Ohio adopted a new approach that allows utilities to set rates over a forward-looking 3-year period where proposed investments are reviewed before work begins and annual updates are provided to the Commission detailing what was actually spent. This approach supports investment in a modern electric system through a process that is efficient, transparent, and even more accountable to our customers. Our rate plan supports the delivery of safe, reliable, and affordable electricity to customers in your community through investments aimed at preventing outages and restoring power quickly when disruptions occur, such as enhancing storm protection, trimming trees and vegetation near power lines, and upgrading local poles, wires, and equipment. In addition, our plan includes programs that will provide bill payment assistance for low-income customers, as well as tools and incentives to help residential customers use electricity more efficiently and save on their monthly electric bills. Importantly, our distribution rate plan does not affect the generation supply portions of customers' bills. Generation supply, typically the largest part of a customer's electric bill, is set by third-party suppliers and outside of our control. Enclosed is a summary of the proposed electric service rates. If approved, new rates for Ohio customers will likely take effect July 2027. Full details, including proposed tariff schedules and electric service rates, can be found in the Commission's electric docket for this case, case number 26-0347-EL-AIR, and on their website, which I will, I'm not going to read it all, it's a long one, but we'll post this. If you like a hard copy USB flash drive or compact disc of the tariff sheets, along with the typical bill comparison showing bill impacts, we are happy to provide those at no cost. Please contact us at firstenergy.corp. Sincerely, Torrance Hinton, President of First Energy, Ohio. So I do have these proposed rate sheets that I will turn over to the city that will be available if residents are curious what the next 3-year plan looks like. Are there any questions? Thank you. Next are reports of officers, starting with the mayor.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. A couple of important events to mention that are coming up. We have the Taste of America celebration, Thursday, May 7th, from 2:30 to 4:30. Our residents that are 55 and older, it's $15 per person, and please call the rec department if you're interested. We have our Beautification Day this Saturday, May 2nd at 8 a.m. Meet at the ACC for coffee and donuts before we head out to various parts of the city. All are welcome. We have our Shred Day coming up on May 9th from 9 a.m. to 12 in the tennis court parking lot across from the ACC, and they will be accepting hazardous waste and small electronics. Our first spring to summer newsletter is off to print this week, and it will be in everyone's mailboxes mid-May. There are a lot of great information packed in this newsletter from each of our departments. It's just another way to stay connected to our community so we all know what's going on. I had the honor of speaking this past Saturday at an event called Naomi, Woman of Distinction. There were over 280 people in attendance. The event focused on leadership and community impact that begins with intentional care of mind, body, and spirit. It was very inspiring, so I was glad I was able to go to that. And I also had the pleasure of being asked to be a judge on Sunday at the Kindness Family Festival that was held here at Lander Haven. There were over 3,000 people that attended this amazing event, and I just want to thank Dr. Senders, who's a local pediatrician, for hosting this event in our city. And that's it. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Mayor. Are there any questions for the mayor? Moving to our law department, Mr. LaGrasso.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no report tonight.
Thank you. Moving to Director of Finance, Mrs. Scully.
Thank you, Mr. President. The only comment I have is I would request that ordinance 2026-09 go on first reading, as we got a notice from CPA that the agreement changed, and they would like us to hold on approving that.
Thank you. Are there any questions for Mrs. Scully? Moving to department directors, are there any department heads that have a report or comment? Next on our agenda are reports of committees, commissions, and boards, starting with the Building Committee, Mr. Buffa.
No report, but we're working on our first meeting coming up when Braden returns. And if I can share his good news, he is a new dad. So Atlas joined his family last week.
Thank you, Mr. Buffa. Moving to Finance and Audit, Mr. Brunello.
Thank you, Mr. President. We had our first finance meeting before this meeting, earlier this evening, and the big takeaway from that was our collections are up and our expenditures are down. So to start the year, we're in a pretty good financial spot. Mrs. Scully did a lot of the heavy lifting during that meeting, but that was the meeting we just had about an hour and a half or so ago.
Thank you, Mr. Brunello. Moving to Legislative Committee, Ms. Telvin.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Legislative Committee did not meet, so I do not have a report.
Thank you. Moving to Public Works and Service Committee, Mr. Minor.
Thank you, Mr. President. So we are working to schedule our first meeting of 2026 for the first week of May. Outside of that, I just got a couple of notes from the engineering department. The Ridgeberry Boulevard project, which I think we voted on a while ago for bids to go out, but they've reviewed 6 bids. There's an ordinance or a resolution on the agenda tonight to be approved for that award to go to Roniak, if I'm saying that properly. All right, I got that right. Update on the Washington Boulevard project. Bids are currently in with the engineering department and being reviewed. The plan is to bring one to council at the next meeting for consideration. Marnell, they put in their last manhole and they're moving to install the laterals before they start to work on repaving the street, correct? All right, just want to make sure. And then the engineering department is in conversation with Cleveland Water to just talk through their lead line replacement. So there'll be more coming out about that. And then the last note I got for you is the Chelmsford Pool demolition. I don't know why I called it that. It was Draga, right? So it's just the next phase of that project, putting down some topsoil and reseeding. So there'll be more coming out of each of those. Once we have our meeting, we'll put more information out there. But that is my report.
Thank you, Mr. Minor. Are there any questions for Mr. Minor? Moving to Recreation and Parks Committee, Mr. Teller.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Parks and Recreation Department will be conducting the Spring Community Cleanup this coming Saturday at 8 a.m. The event will be held rain or shine. Please call 440-442-2627 to register or email the Recreation Department at recreation@mayfieldheightsohio.gov with your name, address, and phone number by Thursday, April 30th. This will help us estimate participation and plan accordingly. Early bird pricing for the Aquatic Center memberships ended on Saturday, April 25th, and regular rates are now in effect. Passes can still be purchased in person. Required documentation during the following hours: Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 6:30 p.m., Friday, 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Visit our website or call for more details. Don't miss our next Young at Heart program on Thursday, May 7th, Taste of America, 250th. Enjoy a selection of foods from 5 regions of the country, along with dessert, a DJ, photo booth, and more. The cost is $15 per person, and pre-registration is required by Friday, May 1st. We anticipate another sold-out event. The Esseley Family Foundation will hold the next plant-based eating class on Monday, May 11th at 5:30. Participants will learn tips on shopping, reading labels, and keeping healthy eating simple. This program is free, but registration is required. Again, calling 440-442-2627. Join the Parks and Recreation Commission for Parks and Recreation for the next adult afternoon out luncheon on May 12th from 12 till 2 p.m. at the Aquatic Center. The menu includes chicken caprese sandwiches, vegetable and dessert, with entertainment by Al Bucco. The cost is $10 per person, and pre-registration is required by May 8th. We're excited to announce our Flag Day Parade on Sunday, June 14th. Step-off begins at 1 p.m. from the Greens of Lyndhurst and proceeds down Mayfield Road to Golden Gate Plaza. We are currently seeking groups and businesses to participate in the parade. To register, call Parks and Recreation, again, 440-442-2627, or visit mayfieldheights.ohio.gov and complete the parade unit registration form under the Form Center. Following the parade, head over to the Aquatic Center for a community celebration featuring a live concert by Bronx Country from 3 to 6 p.m., food trucks, inflatables, and more fun for all ages. Stay tuned for additional details as the event approaches. Thank you, Mr. President. That is my report.
Thank you, Mr. Teller. Are there any questions for Parks and Rec? Moving to Safety and Transportation Committee, Ms. Finney Brown.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no report.
Thank you. Moving to Board of Zoning Appeals, Mr. Brunello.
So we did meet on April 14th, and as a result of that meeting, we have 2 resolutions on tonight's agenda, both revolving around regarding signage for the Dave & Buster's that will be coming into Eastgate Shopping Center. And we also have an ordinance, update to the codified ordinance tonight on the agenda for a time change to the start of that meeting to make it a little bit earlier based on feedback that we've received from a variety of folks over a period of time. So we did meet, and I appreciate everyone coming to that meeting. And again, tonight's agenda, we have 3 things on there from that meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Brunello. Moving to the Planning Commission, we held our meeting last Monday, April 20th. There are 2 motions on the agenda tonight. One is the pergola and patio for the Wyndham Apartments. The other was a lot split behind Sheets and Canes for proposed new Sprouts, and we'll go through that during the agenda. Thank you. Moving to comments from the public, we'll now proceed with the public portion of the meeting. Pursuant to City Code, each person will be allowed 5 minutes to speak with a maximum of 30 minutes allotted for the entire public portion. If you're here in connection with an agenda item, this is your opportunity to address council. However, please note that this is not the opportunity for debate or slighted comments. If you'd like to be heard this evening, please fill out the form at the public entrance. During the public portion, I will call each person wishing to speak to the podium. Please state your name and address for the record and clearly speak into the microphone. It is now 7:14, and I will open the public portion. I'm not seeing anyone wishing to speak, so it is 7:14. We will now close the public portion. I'm sorry? Mr. Hoffman, please.
Sorry, I didn't fill out a sheet.
That's okay. You could feel free to step to the microphone and speak. So if you could please just state your name and address for the record.
Excuse me, I'm Andrew Hoffman. I
put the mic on. Hit your mic
There's a
Press
button at the base.
so that it's green.
Okay.
There.
I'm Andrew Hoffman. I represent Eastgate Shopping Center. The owner is Cosmo Eastgate Limited. And I'm accompanied by Miranda Iacono, who represents Dave & Buster's with respect to their signage. And so we're here in support of the action of the Board of Zoning Appeals in approving the 2 variances for signage for Dave & Buster's. Briefly, the main sign, as you know, it's taking over the space that was Atlas Theater in the back of Eastgate. And the main sign, the primary sign with their branded colors, does fit within the sign ordinance. The variances are for 2 things. On the west-facing side of the angled front, in addition, the Dave & Buster's sign is on one side. The additional branded language, they would like that to go on the other side. It basically faces towards the back of the shopping center, but it is part of their logo, and when you're looking from Mayfield Road, you can see both, and both are part of their brand, as I've said. The primary basis for asking for variances has to do solely with the location. Just like Target, it's in the back of the center. You get a blink of it if you happen to be driving on Mayfield Road, either east or west. It helps identify where Dave & Buster's is. And as I said at the Board of Zoning Appeals meeting, one of the we don't want drivers driving around not knowing where they're going. It's easy in the front. Everybody's visible, perfectly visible. Target and Dave & Buster's have the same issue, and as does Winking Lizard to an extent, although they're much closer. And so the point of our request is just to make Dave & Buster's reasonably visible, primarily within the shopping center, and as I said, a little sliver of time when you're driving, and there is no visibility from SOM. Although the second variance that we're requesting is to put some signage on the north-facing wall that basically faces Mayfield Town Center. And it's, again, more of a directional sign so that people can identify it when they're driving. And so that's the basis for it. Both the Mayfield Heights Commercial Corridor Design Manual understand the importance of additional signage when you are not visible to the street, as does the sign code, the sign ordinance for the city. And it's simply that. The second piece of it is the size of the sign, and that's part of the variance. And again, it's a function of the distance, which is over 1,000 feet from Mayfield, so that Dave & Buster's can have some visibility. And the reality is that given the fact that there's only one Dave & Buster's in Northeast Ohio, and it's in Westlake, we expect the draw to be significant from Lake County, Ashtabula County, from east and south to a certain extent. So there will be people who are not normally patrons of Eastgate Shopping Center who will not know where they're going. And I understand everybody now has Waze, but that doesn't always necessarily help within the center. And so it's just a way to make sure it's visible so it can be successful. I'm open to any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Hoffman.
Thank you.
We will now close the public portion. It is now 7:19. Moving to resolutions, the first order of business is there a motion to suspend the rules on Resolution 2026-21, 2026-22, and 2026-23, as well as ordinances 2026-08, 09, and 10. For this council, please note that ordinance 2026-06 is on its third reading. So I would entertain a motion to suspend the rules on these three ordinances, three resolutions, and three ordinances. Yes.
Can you please exclude 2026-09 ordinance from that?
Yes, thank you. We will exclude from that 2026-09. Is there a motion to suspend the rules?
Moved.
Moved by Mr. Bonello,
Second.
second by Mr. Teller. Roll call on the motion to suspend.
Mr. Brunello.
Yes.
Mr. Buffa.
Yes.
Ms. Finney Brown.
Yes.
Mr. Minor.
Yes.
Ms. Talbin.
Yes.
Mr. Teller.
Yes.
Mr. Medic.
Yes. Moving to resolution number 2026-21, Mr. LaGrasso.
Thank you, Mr. President. A resolution awarding a contract to Roniak Paving Incorporated for the 2026 Ridgeberry Boulevard resurfacing program in accordance with the bid specifications and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to approve?
Move.
Moved by Mr. Minor,
Second.
second by Ms. Finney Brown. Pursuant to the recommendation of the city engineer, council has determined the bid of Roniak Paving, Inc. is the lowest and best bid to meet specifications, and that bid should be accepted in the total of $1,692,879, whereas $927,195.97 is the city of Mayfield Heights portion. Are there any questions? Roll call on the motion to approve.
Mr. Buffa.
Yes.
Ms. Finney Brown.
Yes.
Mr. Minor.
Yes.
Ms. Talbin.
Yes.
Mr. Teller.
Yes.
Mr. Brunello.
Yes.
Mr. Medic.
Yes. This resolution is now adopted. Moving to resolution number 2026-22, Mr. LaGrasso.
Thank you, Mr. President. A resolution confirming the action of the Board of Zoning Appeals of the City of Mayfield Heights in granting to Cosmo Eastgate LTD a variance to install 34.44 square feet of signage on the south side of the building. A 10.44 square foot variance requested from AB-8 Signage Mayfield Heights Commercial Corridor Manual, PGS 6-25 through 6-29. Sign type W2 shall be permitted in all district types. Sign type W2 shall have a maximum area of 24 square feet. Sign locations shall be permitted to face public right-of-ways, parking areas, private internal streets, or drives. Cuyahoga County Permanent Parcel Number 862-29-018.
Is there a motion to approve?
Moved.
Moved by Ms. Finney Brown,
Second.
second by Mr. Teller. Cosmo Eastgate LTD applied to the city for the signage. The Board of Zoning and Appeals granted the request at its meeting April 14th, 2026. Mr. Brunello, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Just on this particular sign, the variance wasn't a very big variance ask. It was 10 and a half square feet, as you can see here. We did ask a lot of questions of Dave and Buster's representatives from the sign company, as well as Mr. Hoffman, and he just clearly stated some of the results of that conversation with visibility, awareness, safety issues from folks looking down at their phones, et cetera. So after quite a few questions from the Board of Zoning Appeals, we made a motion to approve the variance for this sign that is basically facing Winking Lizard for, I know we use north, south, east, west, but it's the sign that's facing Winking Lizard that people will be able to see coming from Mayfield Road.
Thank you, Mr. Brunello. Roll call on the motion to approve.
Ms. Finney Brown.
Yes.
Mr. Minor.
Yes.
Ms. Talbin.
Yes.
Mr. Teller.
Yes.
Mr. Brunello.
Yes.
Mr. Buffa.
Yes.
Mr. Medic.
Yes, this resolution is now adopted. Moving to resolution number 2026-23, Mr. LaGrasso.
Thank you, Mr. President. A resolution confirming the action of the Board of Zoning Appeals of the City of Mayfield Heights in granting to Cosmo Eastgate Limited a variance to install 50.61 square feet of signage on the north side of the building, a 26.61 square foot variance request. Said variance requested from AB-8 Signage Mayfield Heights Commercial Corridor Manual, PGS 6-25 through 6-29, sign type W2, shall have a maximum area of 24 square feet. Sign locations shall be permitted to face public right-of-ways, parking areas, private internal streets or drives. Cuyahoga County Permanent Parcel Number 862-29-018.
Is there a motion to approve?
Move.
Moved by Mr. Teller,
Second.
second by Mr. Bonello. Cosmo Eastgate LTD applied to the city for signage variance. The Board of Zoning Appeals granted the request at its meeting on April 14th, 2026. Mr. Brunello, anything else to add?
Nah, not too much on this one, just that side of the building doesn't have anything on it, so, again, just from a safety visibility issue, it made sense to the Board of Zoning Appeals for this to be approved.
Are there any questions? Roll call on the motion to approve.
Mr. Minor?
Yes.
Ms. Talbin?
Yes.
Mr. Teller?
Yes.
Mr. Brunello?
Yes.
Mr. Buffa?
Yes.
Ms. Finney Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Medic?
Yes, this resolution is now adopted. Moving to ordinances. Ordinance number 2026-06, Mr. LaGrasso.
Thank you, Mr. President. An ordinance amending Section 559.05 of the codified ordinances of the city titled Duty to Keep Sidewalks Clean, Snow Removal, Site Obstructions.
So this is on our third reading. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Moved by Ms. Telban, second by Ms. Finney Brown. Any questions? Roll call on the motion to approve.
Mr. Brunello?
Yes.
Mr. Buffa?
Yes.
Ms. Finney Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Minor?
Yes.
Ms. Talbin?
Yes.
Mr. Teller?
Yes.
Mr. Medic?
Yes, this resolution is now adopted. Moving to ordinance number 2026-08, Mr. LaGrasso.
Thank you, Mr. President. An ordinance amending Section 1155.03 of the codified ordinances of the city titled Meetings, Rules and Resolutions, and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to approve?
Moved.
Moved by Mr. Brunello,
Second.
second by Ms. Telban. So the regular meetings of the BZA are scheduled for Tuesdays after the first council meeting of the month. This changes the start time to 6:30 or 7 o'clock. Are there any questions? Roll call on the motion to approve.
Mr. Buffa?
Yes.
Ms. Finney Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Minor?
Yes.
Ms. Talbin?
Yes.
Mr. Teller?
Yes.
Mr. Brunello?
Yes.
Mr. Medic?
Yes, and this resolution is now adopted. Moving to ordinance number 2026-09.
Thank you, Mr. President. An ordinance authorizing the mayor to continue the agreement with the Council of Governments composed of the cities of South Euclid, Highland Heights, Lyndhurst, Mayfield Heights, the Village of Mayfield, Richmond Heights, and the Village of Gates Mills, providing for the continuation of the Community Partnership on Aging and declaring an emergency.
So as discussed earlier in the finance report from Ms. Scully, this ordinance is going to be placed on first reading as we were notified of a new agreement that will be sent out. Moving to ordinance number 2026-10, Mr. LaGrasso.
Thank you, Mr. President. An ordinance amending original appropriations ordinance 2025-29 for current expenses and other expenditures of the city of Mayfield Heights, state of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2026, as previously amended by ordinance 2026-02, specifically the supplemental appropriation of funds in various accounts and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to approve?
Moved.
Moved by Ms. Finney Brown,
Second.
second by Mr. Minor. So council wishes to make appropriations adjustments as noted in the legend and provide for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2026. Are there any questions? Roll call on the motion to approve.
Ms. Finney Brown,
Yes.
Mr. Minor,
Yes.
Ms. Talbin,
Yes.
Mr. Teller,
Yes.
Mr. Brunello,
Yes.
Mr. Buffa,
Yes.
Mr. Medic.
Yes, this resolution is now adopted. Moving to motions. Motion A, Mr. LaGrasso.
Motion A motion to authorize the lot split for permanent parcel number 861-24-069, creating parcels K1, K2, K3 for Sprouts, 5906 Mayfield Road.
Is there a motion to approve?
Moved.
Moved by Ms. Finney Brown,
Second.
second by Mr. Teller. Are there any questions on behalf of planning? So that's one large parcel now and splitting it into three to allow the Sprouts development. Roll call on the motion to approve.
Mr. Brunello,
Yes.
Mr. Buffa,
Yes.
Ms. Finney Brown,
Yes.
Mr. Minor,
Yes.
Ms. Talbin,
Yes.
Mr. Teller,
Yes.
Mr. Medic.
Yes, this motion has been carried. Moving to motion B, Mr. LaGrasso.
A motion to approve the site plan for a gazebo for Wynwood Apartments, 6718 Enfield Drive.
Is there a motion to approve?
Moved.
Moved by Mr. Brunello,
Second.
second by Ms. Finney Brown. So this is a pergola on the back of Wynwood Apartments for the residents with a new patio attached and was approved during planning. Are there any questions? Roll call on the motion to approve.
Mr. Buffa,
Yes.
Ms. Finney Brown,
Yes.
Mr. Minor,
Yes.
Ms. Talbin,
Yes.
Mr. Teller,
Yes.
Mr. Brunello,
Yes.
Mr. Medic.
Yes, this motion has been carried. Moving to new business, comments from council. Is there any new business or comments from council? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Moved.
Moved by Mr. Minor,
Second.
second by Mr. Teller. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Thank you, everyone. It is now 7:32, and we are now adjourned.